Hey, what's up, vinyl community? Matt here, back with another Vinyl Finds video. Been a little while. I believe October was the last one. And anybody that commented on that video, I have to apologize. I never replied to any of the comments. I was kind of going through that video today real quick to see what I'd shown to make sure I didn't duplicate anything. I realized I never replied to any of those comments, so I'll try to remedy that soon. So if you see some late replies from me, that's why. Which kind of segues into just a quick personal update on my personal update. Back in September, I had a really bad health scare. I had an aortic dissection that required surgery. I have a stent that's in there. I've got a bypass as well. I went to the doctor on Tuesday for another scan, kind of a follow-up appointment, and the part that they couldn't repair, that's kind of around my belly button on down, has grown a little bit, which is of slight concern. They want to keep an eye on it, so I go back in 6 months for another scan. If it continues to grow, I'll have to have another surgery to repair that portion, and that surgery is a little bit riskier, so the next 6 months I am focused really hard on sticking to a low sodium diet and losing some weight. So it's not something I like to do. I like to eat, I like food, and I love salty food, so this is kind of tough, but it's for my health, it's for my future, so it's got to be done. But otherwise, that last video, I think, was October 4th. A week later, I went back to work and have been back full-time since about November, and it's been going pretty good. I get more tired easily than I used to. Things are a little different now. I'm trying to live with my new limitations and things like that. But overall, things are going pretty well. Mentally, things are kind of hit and miss. I'm on some anxiety medications. I've got a little bit of PTSD from the whole event and the hospital stay and stuff. So trying to work through some of those issues. But otherwise, I'm doing really well. And the record store is still going strong. Still doing that thing. It's going really well. We've gotten some good collections in the last couple of weeks. I think that's it for the update. So, the main thing, the vinyl finds, that's what we're here for. Everything I'm showing here came from friends. I don't know if you can see in the background that sign. I get by with a little help from my friends. Some VCLT, some stuff I got from Sam that I bought from him, some stuff I bought from Bo, Earhead 6, and a trade from Dylan over at Noble Records, which happened back in October. So, playing a little catch up. First up, this came from a friend on Instagram, Rod Wagner. We've been chatting a little bit here and there, and he picked this up, was like, it's not really my thing, I think it'd be more your thing. And so he sent this to me, and I returned the favor with sending him some stuff from the record store. He did pay for that stuff, though, so Rod, I'm going to keep an eye out for some freebies for you. But this is Alexander Rabbit, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, The Bells Were My Friends. I had seen this once when I was in Memphis and didn't pick it up and kind of regretted it, and Rod found it, and I have not had a chance to spin this yet, so I'm looking forward to it. I do know there's one long track on here. Where's it at? The opening track, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, is 7 minutes long, and then there's a medley, I Knew I'd Want You, I've Got You, that's also 7 minutes long, so maybe there's some light jamming that goes on in here. We'll find out, but thank you very much, Rod. That was much appreciated. The next batch, I think it's 5 records. Bo over at Earhead 6 was purging a lot of his collection, getting rid of some stuff. Worked out a consignment deal for him through the record store where we sold a lot of his records, and then some of them I personally purchased from him, and this was kind of the first batch that I purchased from him. This is John Lee Hooker, Plays and Sings the Blues. This is a later 60s reissue, and it's in super nice shape. Not an expensive record. I think this is like $15 on Discogs, but it's John Lee Hooker playing and singing the blues. So you can't go wrong there. It's a cool one. Damnation, The Damnation of Adam Blessing. I believe I have their second. I honestly can't remember. I believe I do have the second. So pick this one up here. No, this is the second Damnation. I take it back. This is the second Damnation. I've got the third one. So just some kind of crunchy, heavy rock, heavy psych, you'll hear it called sometimes. It's just kind of hard, crunchy, in your face kind of stuff, and it's really good. So got that one from Bo. This is one I'd been on the hunt forever. I came across this on Discogs once, loved the cover, and loved the name. The Mystic Astrologic Crystal Band, featuring Steve Hoffman. They have 2 albums. I have never seen either album in person, and Bo had this, and this was one that he was purging. It's got a little bit of water damage along the bottom. It's on GMP Crescendo as the label. I believe actually Carol, but it's a kind of subsidiary of GMP. And it's just really good pop psych. I like this a lot, and I'm definitely hunting down the second one now. And with a cover like that, I really don't think you can go wrong, right? It's super cool, super cool. A big one off the want list. Ill Wind Flashes, or Flashes Ill Wind. I can never remember which is the group. I think it's Ill Wind is the group. But High Flying Bird is fantastic. LAPD is a great song. Dark World, and then Full Cycle. This is a classic psych record. And this is one pretty early on that I had seen in the Endless Trip. And the review was really, really positive, and tried to hunt it down. But it was always just out of reach, out of my price range, out of what I wanted to pay for it. And with Bo getting rid of it and getting kind of a bundle deal on all of these, I was very excited to get that. So thank you much, sir. But the big one from Bo, Mighty Baby. Yes, Mighty Baby. You'll see here it's a promo copy. It's got the track listing. I don't think it's a timing strip. No, it's just the track listing on the front, which kind of takes away from the cover art on the front a little bit, but I still think it's kind of cool, and it's, you know, see-through enough that it kind of doesn't obscure everything. And there's the back, which, you know, is more reminiscent of their later album, Jug of Love. And then there's the gatefold there. Now the record itself is not in great shape. Good plus, you know, it's pretty crunchy, but doesn't skip. It plays through. And to get a discount on Mighty Baby, I will take it. This made this affordable for me, because right now these are going for like $200 online. And I can't pay that for a record. I just can't do it, and won't do it. So to get a nice budget copy, a nice player copy is awesome. Psych prog, progadelic, whatever you want to call it. It's just good stuff. These guys were from Britain, and it's so good. I really can't believe I have this record. And there's another one I'm going to show from another friend later. Like, so 2 grails in one video. I love records. This next batch is from Sam. I bought these from him. He came over. I think I bought these back in October when he was here, when we did that last video. He had some doubles that he was dumping off, including this one, Clark Hutchison, A equals MH squared. This is in Richard Morton Jack's Psychedelia, 101 iconic underground rock albums. I do happen to have this on my coffee table, so there's the book. It is featured in there, and Sam got an upgrade copy and sold me his kind of filler copy, so I'm very happy with that. And then this is a record I owned, but I own the US pressing of it, and I've always wanted this cover. This is Traffic Mr. Fantasy. This is a Spanish pressing from, I think, 1974. It's a gatefold. So I believe it's the same exact track listing as the US version. So nothing different at all about it other than the cover art. And I like this cover art a lot better than the US counterpart. So that was kind of cool just to pick up an alternative cover. I don't usually do that with records, but I do love that record a ton. And this one I may have shown, because he gave this one to me a while back. This is Pink Floyd, Saucer Full of Secrets, and I believe he did give this to me because this was VCLT to him from Bo, and then he got an upgrade copy and VCLT'd this to me. So Saucer Full of Secrets, I had the Record Store Day mono reissue from a couple years ago, and so now I've got an original, or at least early copy, and it's Pink Floyd. It's fantastic. Let's see, let's do this one. West Coast Pop Art Experimental Band, Where's My Daddy? Also another one that's probably good plus on the disc, but again, it got me a discount on it, and I can at least check it off the West Coast Pop Art Band discography list. It's a really good record. I enjoy it musically. The cover and the notes on the back, it still creeps me out. It just feels weird owning it a little bit. I don't know. Bob Marley, he was so weird. And then the Nuggets, I had a reissue. I actually had Sam's reissue from the mid-2000s. And now I have an original copy of the Nuggets. Garage rock, garage psych, whatever you want to call it. Original artifacts from the first psychedelic era, 1965 to 68. Just great stuff. I also have the CD box set, but this is an essential. Absolutely essential, and I love it so much. Let's do this one next. This is The Little Boy Blues in the Woodland of Weir. Another one I've kind of been hunting for a while. Sam bought it, and it wasn't really his thing, and it's more my thing, and he was right. So it's a pretty cool kind of back and forth between kind of pop psych with some heavy fuzz guitar thrown in on some of the tracks, especially on side one. I'm Hip to You, I believe, is one of the better tracks on the first side. And again, it starts out kind of poppy and floaty, and then all of a sudden there's some heavy fuzz guitar, and then it goes back into that poppy sound, and I'm a sucker for that. When the pop gets heavy, I like it quite a bit. So this is on the Fontana label. I'll show it, I guess. You don't see a ton of records on that Fontana label that fit the psychedelic mold, so pretty cool stuff there. And the last one from the Psych Professor, The Free Spirits. This is Larry Coryell doing some kind of psychedelic jazz rock, kind of a precursor to the jazz fusion he would do later in his career. And I love it. And don't tell anybody, but I've kind of been getting into fusion. I don't know what that says about me. I don't know if it's, I got some new glasses not too long ago, and they're the thicker frame. So maybe that has something to do with me getting into fusion more. But no, this is really good. Again, psychedelic jazz rock, trippy stuff, good stuff. Another one that I don't think I'd ever seen a copy in person. So Sam was kind enough to get me this copy. And Sam and I do have plans on Monday to get together and film a video. Fingers crossed that happens. I've got 4 records left here. These came from Dylan over at Noble Records. We were trying to work out a trade before I went into the hospital. And when I got out of the hospital, I had a little time on my hands, was able to go through my collection a little bit more, and found some stuff that he wanted and didn't have and sent his way, and he sent these in return. First up, Dove, Magic to Do. This is an Australian group. I'm assuming kind of loungy. I haven't listened to this yet. I feel bad. I've had this for a while. I'm assuming kind of loungy pop. I love the back. These guys on the back. And this woman right here, Sharon Cambridge, credited as vocals, uncredited though, the tambourine. I'm pretty excited. There's Amazing Graces on here. I don't know if that's the hymn. I'm assuming it is. They do a cover of James Taylor's Carolina on My Mind. And they also do a cover of Little Honda. So, I mean, they're all over the place, but pretty excited to give that one a listen. I think that'll be a fun one. Another one I have not opened yet. I feel bad, kind of, Dylan, but there's a reason I haven't played some of these. You'll see in a second. This is Agincourt, Fly Away, some private press folk psych. This is a mega rarity. Originals go for, $1,000 or something. So this is a reissue on Trading Places, I believe, is the label. Let's see. Yes, Trading Places. So I believe this came out last year. It's a reissue. I'm really excited to give this a listen. And he knew I was a fan of this group, the Avett Brothers. This is the Gleam 3, the 3rd installment of the Gleam series. The Avett Brothers, phenomenal live band. I haven't really kept up with some of their last couple of records, but I do love the Gleam series because it's kind of closer in sound to their original earlier stuff. And that was a cool one to get. Also still sealed. I feel bad about it. But the big one, the Grail, the one that I've been chasing, the one that I've wanted since I started getting into psych and garage music, 60s music in general. Never thought I would own it. It's too expensive for me to buy. I've seen it twice in person, and one copy was beat up and insanely expensive, and one copy was immaculate and even more expensive. So Dylan found a double, or triple probably, I think maybe even a quadruple. And he hit me up and was like, I want you to have one of these copies. Like, send me some stuff for trade and I will get this to you. I will take it out here of the sleeve. The 13th Floor Elevators, the Psychedelic Sounds, finally have a copy. The cover has got some, wear along the spine, but otherwise it is in pretty nice shape, and those colors just pop. Look at that. Even holding it, I'm like, oh, it smells like Texas in 1966. It's so good. And the label here, I've got it in a kind of a lo-fi sleeve there. Oh, it's just beautiful. It is beautiful. It is not the true first press. I know he has explained this on his channel before. it has something to do with the spacing of the track listings. This one, I think there's 3 or 4 tracks, and it's like 2 or something. Watch his channel for the explanation. So it's technically kind of like a second press, but still an original or early copy. And I am just pumped to have this record. I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm holding it. So Dylan, thank you very much, man. I super appreciate it. Appreciate your generosity and your friendship, and everybody that I showed stuff from. I appreciate your friendship and generosity. You guys are awesome. Hopefully Monday, Sam and I can actually get together and do a Vinyl Finds video. Will we have a top 10? I don't know. I haven't talked to him about what we're filming on Monday. Maybe we'll have to film a top 10 and actually put it out. I do still have the top 10 of 2019 that I've been editing for a while. Sam was over last weekend. It was my wife's birthday, and he and his wife came down and had dinner with us. And he was giving me a hard time about not having that one done. But I told him, it was like, dude, the raw footage was 2 hours long, and I'm trying to cut it down to like half an hour, and it's impossible. So do you still want me to put it out? Do you want the top 10 of 2020, not 2019, of 2020? Do you want me to still put it out? If you do, leave a comment, and I will put it out. If you're like, nah, it's been too long, who cares, who gives a crap, don't bother. Okay. And then, do you want a top 10 of 2021? We can make that happen. I know Sam had a lot more finds than I did, but I can definitely get a top 10 together. So let us know, and maybe that's what we'll do Monday. Maybe we'll do 2 videos on Monday. I don't know. If I do 2 videos, I'll get one of them out. So I'll get out what I get out. But I had some time today to do this, and felt good to sit down and get this out there and get some videos back on the channel. And I don't know. I was in the mood for it. So hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm rambling now. I don't know what's going on. See you next time. See you after Monday.